I'm here to talk to you about fly fishing. Many people, thousands of people have written books and put their 2 cents in about fly fishing. But I have quite a breakthrough to report to you, and I want to get to that in just a second. But just to give you some of my credentials, I've fly fished in many places in the world, and with, well, let me just mention those. The Bat and Kill in Vermont I'm very fond of. In fact, I was lucky enough when I was a much younger man to fish with Bing Crosby in the Bat and Kill. In fact, it's hard for me to, when I hear that line go out, you know, silently across those waters, to think of his voice. True Love, say, one of the newer ones from that wonderful movie, High Society. And let's see, the Joe Brooks on the saltwater front. Again, when I was younger, I did fish with him a few times. I'm not going to, well, in Panama, but I'm not going to say where because, well, for obvious reasons. The Wainuchi River in the Pacific Northwest in the Olympic Peninsula is a favorite of mine in the old drift boat, fishing for steelhead. Oh man, and those waters coming down out of those snow-covered mountains. Let's see. Oh, and of course the Fox River in the UP. And you know why it's the Fox, I'm sure. And so, by way of just introducing myself and what I have to offer you today, I tie my own flies, and let me just give you a little sample of these beautiful, delicate creations that I put together. They have names that correspond to, well, I match the hatch, of course, but I really give them code names because I don't want anyone trying to reproduce them and sell them. I give them old car names. The Edsel Bahamas is one. Let's see, do I have one here? Oh yes, here we have the Packard, this little beautiful little streamer here, the Packard Caribbean. Oh, what else? The DeSoto Pacemaker. Anyway, those I just have fun with that, and so. But fly fishing, just a word about the history of it. Of course, it's way back. I've studied some of the biblical texts, and it's clear to me that the Elohim in the days of the gods before the God we know fly fished in their own way, and well, Leonardo da Vinci, you can see in some of the drawings for his inventions that he clearly was a fly fisherman. And if you look, and then just to give a little contrast to those, if you look at some of the old kinescopes of the Martha Graham dance troupe, you can see some of those in black and white, those beautiful women in their modern dance. You can see the movement, and you know that comes from fly fishing. There's really no greater pleasure than throwing that fly upstream, and you can read the water. And actually, let me just say, I don't look down on the bass fishermen with their bait casters. In fact, I learned a lot of science from them. I had the pleasure of working with Rick Clunn, who was one of the, his skills at meditation meshed perfectly with his fishing skills. And so Jimmy Houston, not so much. Roland Martin, not so much. But I learned something from all of them, even though I haven't touched one of those rods, maybe, I don't even remember when. So, what I want to share with you then is, well, let me just say a quick word about equipment. Now, not endorsing, let me back up here a little bit, any brand. I won't tell you what make of equipment this is. But of course, I keep mine in a tube like this, and my rod is, I really take special care of all of my equipment. You have to. You've just got to. Otherwise, you have no, forgive me, no offense, but you have no business fly fishing. And of course, the most important, aside from the dry flies and the nymphs and the streamers and so on that you tie, and I really recommend tying, is the reel. And I try to keep my reel in pristine condition. And that doesn't mean put it in this and put it somewhere until the next time you go fishing. You must take it out and work with it. Now, I'm going to show you, just to try to keep the brand name hidden here, that it's important to me to keep it pristine. And so, there's just a word about that. Let me take that part down. What I've created now, I think, will revolutionize fly fishing forever. And what I'm going to do is, those of you who wish to make comment on this video and give me a contact, and I will give you more information about it. This is not for sale in the public. But what I have here, what I've created for especially for the little brook trout, is a lure that I think is very special. And you just take it and you just cast it lightly, ever so lightly. It's just as if you're hearing Bing Crosby sing. And it lands. It lands in the little eddy. Oh, it's wonderful. And bang. And then you're on. It's a transcendent experience. So, contact me. We'll talk.